3 in July. Showed voices then. This one's going to be a little bit more positive than last week. In fact, last week I don't feel that I got all the information out that I wanted to get out. I kind of bottled a lot of it, like as in didn't have the nerve to speak about it. Like there was particular moments that I wanted to talk about that I experienced, but I didn't have the courage to talk about it. So it was kind of less sort of thought out and sort of more just off my head. So today I've actually written some stuff down so I don't make that same mistake, because this week it's more positive. This week I'm going to be talking about the experience that I had, like the counseling that I had with my depression, and where I went to get help. So if you're new to this channel, a few months back I suffered a massive depression, and I had therapy for it. So the counseling that I received was super helpful to me in giving me skills that enable me to, at any moment during any day of whenever it's really tough, whenever I'm feeling a bit down, that I could literally reverse that. Hey, you're right, Musical Time Vlogs. That I could actually help myself to get better through meditation. And there was a lot of other stuff that I did as well. How am I? I'm okay. I'm doing okay. I'm sweating, to be honest. I mean, it's so hot in the UK. It's like 30 degrees right now. I'm just sweating, man. Honestly. Anyway, yeah. I've got to be quick because less than an hour, literally like 45 minutes time, I'm going live again on this channel, reading a book, The Portal of Evil. So I've got to be quick, all right? So yeah, a few months back, massive depression. Where I live, I have a caseworker who comes and has to review me every 3 months. And during the review of April or May, I can't remember if it was late April or early May, basically came and looked at me, evaluated me and went, "You're fucked. Yeah, you're not you need help," basically, in so many words. Basically said, like, I needed counseling. So originally it was going to be that I was going to be hooked up with someone who's going to come to me, because we were still in kind of a lockdown back then in the UK, on the tail end of one. So originally somebody was going to come to me all gassed up, and they were going to talk with me. Three sessions I was going to have. And then literally lastminute.com, it was changed where I was able to go to somewhere else. And so I had to basically travel down to London and spend a weekend. Originally it was supposed to be Friday to Monday, but because it was a bank holiday, it was Thursday to Sunday. And so, which suited me because I had arranged to go after that. I think on the Monday I arranged then to go see my ex-wife, to go babysit her dog while they went on holiday with my kids. So yeah, basically travel down. Now unfortunately, I'm gonna leave, I haven't put a link in the description below, but I will put a link to the YouTube channel that they have, because honestly there's a load of good videos. If you suffer from depression, if you suffer from anxiety, like high anxiety, if you suffer from any negativity in your life, if you have people around you that are negative, or you just don't know how to deal with negativity, then I'm going to put a link to their YouTube channel down below once this video publishes, where you can go check them out at least. Now they're located down in London, and unfortunately they're not open this year. They're completely shut off. They're like, basically the government have them, have basically rented out their space. So you can go, and next year you'll be able to book in, but this year you won't be able to book in at all. In fact, the person who heads and runs this whole lodge thing wasn't even there when I was there. I had the next best thing, like his right hand man was there leading the sessions. So but yeah, basically what we got taught was we were given like the skills on how to meditate, basically, and how to utilize our body to create positive energy rather than negative energy, and sort of spreading that around. And it really goes and ties in with what you eat. you know. So what you eat can either create you negative or positive energy. In this universe, there is just pure positive and negative energy. And so you can either radiate negativity or you can radiate positivity, and it's up to you to, like, you know, which one you do. And in all honesty, your physical health, your body, your mental health, and the fuel that you put in your body, they're all three linked. They're all affected. Now, at the end of the day, I'm not going to persecute or have a go at anybody for anybody's religion or beliefs or anything like that. Everyone is entitled to believe what they believe. This experience that I had was like an awakening for me. It really, really was. It helped me at a time when I was absolutely down and depressed because of a few factors. But it really helped lifted me up. But not only that, is it left an imprint on me of how I can lift myself again in the future. If I ever get a bit down and depressed, I can actually do some meditation to really help. And honestly, no bull, guys, this honestly does work. Like straight after even just one session, you feel really good inside. 3 days of eating just the things that I'll be talking about, man, you feel different. You feel good inside as opposed to feeling really bad and sort of groggy and shitty inside. So seriously, I wholly endorse this, okay? And say this video is it's more to be positive because last week was very negative, I feel. So balance it off, let's have some positivity. So basically, you utilize your fuel, your diet, sorry. Your diet is your fuel, and you utilize that within your physical body to generate positivity for your mind. And then throughout the day, you can transfer that positive energy to other people. At the same time, you can also create negativity within yourself, not only through your diet, but by what you do. And that again can also be transferred onto people. So it's up to you. How do you want to sort of go around living your life? Do you want to go around feeding other people negativity or feeding other people positivity, supporting people, helping people, as opposed from, you know, upsetting people or hurting people or stealing from people or whatever it may be, negative or positive? So what we did basically is there was kind of like a schedule, which I did write down somewhere, of the things that we did. Here it is. So basically you wake up at a set time every day, and then you go for like a meditation, and I think they called it like the rounding time, right? And it's basically where you settle yourself and you set yourself up. It's like basically having a coffee in the morning, you know? You set yourself up for the day with a meditation, then you have a breakfast, okay? And then you like go off and do your activity of life or whatever it may be. We did workshops. And then at lunchtime, you have your biggest meal of the day at lunchtime, not in the evening. A lot of people have their biggest meal in the evening. Man, I just realized that's the worst time to do it, really, because your metabolism starts slowing down towards the end of the day. Your metabolism is actually working its fastest at noon, between noon and like 4. It's working its fastest. You're doing your most active work, so your metabolism is really cranking. So whatever you eat, man, you're burning straight off again. You eat at the end of the evening when your metabolism starts to slow down, and that's just going to stay on you until the next day. So have the biggest meal at lunchtime. Now, I suppose it's not practical for everybody to have a massive meal if you're at work, and that's why they have their big meal when they come home. But to be honest, I just snack, like have a small snack. Now, last couple of weeks I've been having bloody chips because they're so gorgeous down at the fish chip shop that I work at. Bloody bastards. So I've really got to stop all that. So but I've been getting like dried cranberry and blueberry, nuts, stuff like that to nibble on the evenings. And then after you do your lunch, you do some form of energetic exercise to kickstart that metabolism. Do some whatever you want to do, but just exert yourself for 12 minutes basically, you know. And in this weather, it ain't too hard to have a sweat for 12 minutes because I'm sweating just sitting here. Then basically we were sort of told, you know, get busy sort of helping people, listening and being productive rather than being like a nuisance. So do what you can do with the skills you have to be productive for other people rather than just being productive for yourself. Spread the wealth basically is what we were taught. Then, of course, we'd have a snack or a dinner, and then we would have some fireside chats, and then it would be our time for an hour, and then bedtime. Now, all of this, as I say, like, um, was just that was what we did day, right? Um, Man, I learned so much. There's so much I want to tell you guys. Honestly, I learned so much, right? Like, for instance, there's 3 different body types, okay? You got your fat body type, you got your medium body type, and then you've got your slim body type. Simple, right? But what I didn't realize is that what you eat in terms of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates should be in line with your body type. If you're not eating according to your body type, then you're just going to put on weight. Okay, if you eat in line with what your body type is, you actually lose weight and your body type changes. So if you're, let's start off with the fat end, you know, your body requires 40% carbohydrates, 30% fats, and 30% proteins. And over a week average, if you maintain those percentages, your body will change from being fat to being medium, right? Just over the course of a few weeks, right? And then if you're of a medium body type, your body requires 50% carbohydrates, 20% fats, and 30% proteins. And obviously, this is all mixed in with the exercise that you do and the meditation. And then eventually, your body type will change to slim, okay? And then you only require to be eating 10% fats, 60% carbohydrates, and 30% proteins. And this is like the optimal values over a week's average, and you can eat whatever you want. You don't have to just stick to certain foods, but there were like certain food groups that were suggested for having like the most or the best type of carbohydrates, the best type of fats, and the best types of proteins. And those foods were brown rice, lemons, pastas, mushrooms, peas, berries, green and fruit teas, olive oil, raw vegetables, beans, lentils, but not baked beans, fish oils, avocados, spinach, and green leaves. Right now, to be honest, that covers quite a lot of ingredients where you can make loads of meals where you would never get bored. And obviously combined with the exercise, which, you know, 12 minutes each day, like 2 to 3 times a day, mixed that in, you honestly, I actually had to gain weight when I was there because I was quite thin. But when I came back, I maintained my weight for a bit, but then I lost loads of weight for some reason. I don't know if it was the COVID jab or whatever, but I lost loads of weight. And then working at the fish and chip shop, I've put on a little bit of weight, but I've been able to maintain it with this, right? And honestly, I feel better than I have ever felt. Apart from when I was a vegan. When I was a vegan, I had loads of energy, but that was very short-lived, and then COVID came and that killed it. But I mean, it's kind of almost like a similar diet to being a vegan, but they don't actually restrict you to like just vegetables and stuff. You can eat meats, but honestly, I need to write. I need to be able to write the stuff that I've like the notes that I made while I was there. I mean, I need to be able to sort of like have it somewhere for people to access, because honestly, like I've experienced this and I've gone through this, and it totally works. Forget all these fancy diets and all these fads and Atkins and bullshit like that. Honestly, you chase your tail for loads. This is the sort of information that people try and sell and flog to you with some sort of scheme of weight loss. Forget it, man. This one does work, right? And I'll give it to you for free, guys, honestly. The exercise, again, only needs to be 2 to 3 times a week. You don't need to be killing yourself in the gym on the treadmill every single day. You only need 12 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week. That's it. As soon as you've gotten to a point of exertion, or you're sweating, or probably exertion, 12 minutes you keep on top of, and then that is it for that day. That's it, man. It could literally just take you 15 minutes 3 times a week, and that's all the exercise you'll ever need, right? Combine this with the diet, with the percentages I just talked about. That's it. Now, exercise, this is the fun part, guys. This is the bit you guys are gonna love. Exercise can come in the form of anything. Doesn't have to be weights, doesn't have to be running your ass off on the treadmill. Literally, it can be a walk, right? It can be sex if you wanted it to. Honestly, it doesn't make any difference as long as you are sort of out of breath for 12 minutes. That's it. That's all it needs. So your exercise can be anything, as long as you're active and not lying still. That's the main thing. They also recommend actually hearing your own voice, which this is a bit weird. It releases positive energy into your body when you hear your own voice. So when you read a book, read out loud. Like, talk to a friend, talk to a family member. You know, the more you talk, the more positive you feel inside, right? So like, that's why I started to do these vlogs, because for me, I'm talking, and it's a way for me to stay positive and to, you know, help myself. It releases positive chemicals into your brain and body to maintain that positive energy within. So talk to yourself, like, I mean, maybe not sit there just talking to yourself like a madman, but literally, like, read a book. When you read out loud, you know, put on voices, you know, or like, if you've got something you want to work out what's going on in the future in your life, just talk it through. Sometimes when I go sit on the toilet, I talk through things that are coming up in the future, just so I've got it straight, or just so I know what's happening, so I can hear it myself, and then it makes sense. So that creates positivity. Like, there's numerous ways that you can create positivity. The mindset, right, that you need to have now towards food, okay, has to change. If you're eating for flavor, forget it, man. Forget it. You can't be doing that. The food is fuel for your body. It's not, oh, I'm going to eat this because it tastes so good. No, you do that, your body is going to be craving fats and sugars, and you're just going to be putting on weight. You're right, Michael Cody, how's it going, mate? Your mindset for food has to change to that of fuel, not taste, okay? And the mindset of those around you as well is, how can I be helpful to others and not cause them pain, right? If you're in the mindset for yourself, like, to go, like, what's going to make me happy, you know, like, that's a good thing as well. But what if your happiness is somebody else's misery? If you're in the mindset to help other people, then, like, you feel good. You're right, Nick. You feel good when you help somebody else, right? And so that creates positivity within yourself. The mindset for yourself is to generate positive mental wealth for yourself, as it were, positive health, and never give up, okay? So I broke it down in my head that there were like 5 steps that you could take to recovery. So if you're depressed, if you're got a lot of negative people around you, if you're suffering from high anxiety, this is going to help you. Here's your 5 steps. First off, understand your problems. Know where or who your problems are. Secondly, know what the solution path is. If you don't know what you're doing, then how can you help yourself? 3, work your solution to overcome the problem. Okay, so know what it is, and then go, right, I'm gonna make steps and take steps to recover my situation. The 4th one is so important. Ignore distractions. You got people telling you you're doing it wrong, or you're not doing it right, or whatever. You need to ignore the haters. People who do not like you, who hate you, who do not support you, you need to ignore them, and you need to have a focused goal on what you know is right for yourself. And the 5th one is the most important. Value your loved ones. The ones that do support you, the ones that do help you, that genuinely do love you. People can say they love you, but they're not actually mean that by their actions. So those that are genuine, value them, because they are your strongest supporters. And that's basically it, right? I basically, when I was going through my depression, what I got taught was basically make a list of everything that you hate about yourself, right? And then make another list of everything which you feel in your life will help you simply not be an active person physically, if that makes any sense. So one list is everything you hate about yourself. The second list is what you can physically do to hang on. What you can physically do to make yourself active. That doesn't make sense, does it? That don't make any sense. Simply be an active person physically. What you can action for yourself positively. That's what it is. What you can action on. So one thing, a list that you hate about yourself, and another that you can action on for positivity. I've got everything written down, you see, because I didn't want to forget anything. Now I don't even understand what I've written. That's what it was. Also, be honest, right? Just be honest and list things that give you peace in life, okay? And list things in life that make you excited. Have these things available to you so you can physically see what you've written down. So here's everything I hate about myself. Oh gosh, yeah. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that about me. Let's list things that are positive about yourself that you can action, like lose weight, get that job, you know, find a partner, whatever it may be, you know, increase my financial money, you know, and be honest with yourself and list things that give you peace, watching films, playing games, flight simulation, fighting fantasy, whatever it may be, you know, and then things that will get you excited, you know, which is up to everyone else, like, you know. And basically you've got to find a balance. You've got to find a balance between the negative and the positive energy, because there's negative energy all around you, right, coming from people, okay? And you've got to be able to knock that out the way, but deal with it, basically. Not sort of just ignore it, but deal with it, you know, turn it into positive energy and have a balance. Like Thanos said, everything in balance. Have it as a balance, you know, because having way too much of one or another can be very, very dangerous for a balanced mind and body. It's easy to let slip one of your three pillars, your food diet, your mental health, and your physical health. It's so easy to let one of those slip and then have an effect on the other two. So you start eating Mackies, it's going to affect your physical body. That's going to affect your physical mind. You start eating healthy stuff, that's going to affect your physical body and your physical mind. So all three are connected. And if you keep on top of all three, man, you're going to live a very long, healthy, positive life, you know. And if one fails, again, it can affect the other two. So you've got to keep on top of all three. The three pillars, basically: your fuel diet that you put into your body, your physical body of how you know, are you fat, are you thin, are you athletic, and then your mindset for, you know, being positive. Without trying to get too like hippie guru here, you know, like in the universe, in the real world universe, there is positive energy and there is negative energy, and the same is true for us. We radiate positive or negative energy. So you can either pass on to somebody else positivity, or you can pass on to somebody else negativity. Man, it's so easy to sit there complaining, oh, I didn't get this job, or I didn't pass my test, or people are leaving me, and like, you're just going to radiate negative energy, okay? People are just going to be like, oh God, he's kicking off again, here we go. What's his name's moaning again, you know? And then they're now in a state of negativity. Or you can do positive things like Robin Williams did, man. He made the world laugh. And I tell you, we need that right now. We need the world laughing again, okay? Because, yeah, it's been a bad 12 months for everybody, man. It has been a horrendous 12 months for everybody. Like, not just any one person, man. Nobody is alone in this. We're all in this together. Everybody has been affected around the world. And right now, it's starting to get better. You know, for some people more so than others. But, like, now is the time. If you're going to do something, man, now is the time to do it. Like, take action, right, to help yourself. and to make things more positive. You know, now is the time to start doing things in life, you know, and increasing your mental state for a more positive outcome. And you know, planet Earth, we're on this planet, man. We're all in this together, you know. So how we treat each other is so important, you know. If you go around treating people like shit, man, that's no good to anybody. That's not going to help anybody. Even if it benefits yourself, man, you're just hurting other people. You know, if you go around benefiting other people, helping people, supporting people, you know, then you're going to feel so much better as well, but they're going to feel so much better. And then the world, imagine if everybody did that, man, the world would be like sorted like tomorrow, you know, honestly. But it all starts within us. It all starts, do you know what I mean? We've got to do it. Let's talk about energies like positive and negative, you know. It's what do you want for your future? Yeah, do you want to surround yourself with positive energies, or do you want to surround yourself with negative energies? Positive energies, right? Anybody got any bad habits, man? Replace them with positive ones, you know. Find out which ones are your bad habits and go, I want to get rid of those and replace them with something more positive. Like, be more active. Yeah, that's positive. Get out in the world, go for walks, get fresh air, exercise. That's positive energy that you're building within yourself. Negative energy, man, that can be sitting down watching Netflix, like playing video games for far too long, you know, not achieving a goal that you've set out for yourself. Like, you know what, I want to go to Belfast today, or I want to go to Belfast this weekend, and then not doing it, man, that's negative, right? Go to Belfast, actually do that. Like, obviously, if you can physically get there because of ferries and planes, transportation, yes, you know, but that's positive if you achieve your goals for what you've set out today. Like for me, man, I've got to be careful of the time here, because in 20 minutes I'm going live for the Fighting Fantasy, and that's a goal that I've got to achieve. So I don't want to be late for that. I got to round this up, man. This is getting on the 30-minute mark. Bloody hell. Upsetting people as well, that's negative. Causing pain to those around you, hurting yourself physically or mentally, that's also negative. Remove all these negative energies and replace them with positive ones. Be more active, help people, eat better or more according to your body type. Get into a new routine and allow yourself the freedom to be able to do that and change yourself. Don't give up or give yourself excuses. Oh, I can't do this because of that, or I'm waiting for that to happen before I can do this. That's bullshit, okay? Just do it. Like, what's his name said? Just do it, yeah? Anyone can do this, regardless of your health or your wealth. You could be the poorest person, you could be the richest person. You can still do this. You could have no legs, or you could be able-bodied. You can still take action to do this. There is no excuse on earth from changing negative energy into positive that anybody can give, okay? Anybody who gives an excuse of why they can't, it's just bullshit. It's just because they don't want to. That's all it is. They've already rationalized in their mind, I don't want to do it, and here's the reason why. Blah, blah, blah. They're just giving bullshit reasons, honestly. So yeah, everything that I'm talking about here is what I learned down at this lodge, this retreat, this counseling that I had basically over like a weekend. And I mentioned about a rounding thing, like the meditation. So the meditation, I swear to God, like I do this every morning before I get out of my bed, okay? Literally only takes 15 minutes. I've just spat everywhere. Only takes 15 minutes, right? But I tell you, it's better than coffee, better than exercise, and it really makes you feel good from the inside out. Coffee just makes you sort of wake up, you know. Doing exercise in the morning kind of gives you an energy, right? But when you do a meditation before you get out of bed, man, you feel good on the inside all the way to the outside. Honestly, there's three elements that made up this meditation that we were taught, right? One is about your positioning, how you position yourself to do meditation. It's called asana, right? And it's how you position your body. And basically, I'm going to try and show you as best as I can that be in a comfortable chair. You don't have to be in like some sort of yoga table or yoga mat or a special location. Literally, you could do it sitting down or leaning up against a wall, but as long as you're in a relaxed position with sort of like a almost like a straight back, but literally in this chair that I'm in here, literally just sort of sitting, you know, sort of comfortably with my back like that, my hands down on my lap here, and this is a gentle position. This is the asana, my yoga position now. And then the next element is I mean, I can never pronounce this correctly, right? The pranayama, right? Pranayama. I think I've pronounced that wrong, but it's your breathing that you do. So breathing is so important. And guys, did you know this, right? Here's a little secret, guys. Smokers, people who smoke, yeah? People who smoke cigarettes are actually breathing more correctly than non-smokers. What? Like, and I'm not talking about the people who do these vape machines because they're just inhaling and exhaling, but people who actually take a cigarette, they're actually breathing deep within their bottom of their lungs, right? And that is the most appropriate use of your lungs. Most people don't use the bottom of their lungs to breathe. They just shallow breathe, right? Because it's only through exercise, it's only through when you get out of breath do you then access the lower part of your lungs, or if you're smoking. Obviously you're pumping loads of chemicals and shit into your body, but at least you're breathing correctly, right? So the breathing exercise, like to access the lower part of your lungs, is to take 6 deep breaths. Fill your lungs with as much air as you can 6 times. Like, that's it, man. Simple as that. Do that 6 times. Breathe in through the nose. Fill with oxygen as much as you can, and then release slowly. Like, release like as if you're blowing through a straw. Like that. And by the time you breathe these 6 breaths, whoa, you feel so relaxed. You feel so calm. It feels really good. I swear, guys, sit there and just do 6 deep breaths and then exhale out through like a straw in your mouth. You feel great afterwards. You feel so relaxed. You feel calm. If you start to talk to somebody and things get a little heated and things are getting like, this is turning into an argument, just walk away, take 6 deep breaths, and then go back. And honestly, you'll be like, I don't want to argue. I'm calm. Do you know what I mean? If you feel yourself getting elevated in a negative way, take 6 deep breaths. Honestly, that's the pranayama, the breathing exercise basically that you go through during this experience, this morning meditation. And then of course the actual meditation, the dhyana, is I think I'm mispronouncing these. Honestly, it's been like a month or and a half since I've done this, like since I heard somebody say it. So but that's the actual meditation, and I swear to God, guys, it totally works. Like, I came off this experience feeling like $1,000,000, feeling like I could conquer anything, feeling like, right, I know exactly what I've got to do. I've got to take action to put positivity into my life. Anybody who's being negative around me, man, I've got to kind of distance myself from them. I've got to kind of block them out of my life, And in all honesty, I didn't realize how many people were being like dishonest or, lying to me or not being truthful with me or using me. I honestly didn't realize the full who were until I sort of like started to move people out of my life. Then I discovered that there were a lot of people close to me who were simply just using me and who were being two-faced to me, lying to me, not telling me the truth. And it was like, wow, that put me into another state of depression, that did, to learn this, because these people I called friends. They were the closest people to me at the time, and I called them friends. People who I really loved, to find out that they're actually just not telling me the truth, not being honest with me, using me for what I had, and then like Yeah, I was so, that put me into another state of depression. And I swear, having the tools that I've just talked about, everything I went through that I was taught, really helped me to conquer that next depression wave that hit me when I found out the truth about a lot of people around me. Honestly, if I hadn't gone through this first one, man, I don't think I would have survived that wave of betrayal that I felt, or the wave of like backstab and real massive heartache from a group of people. Like I don't think, I mean, I'd have killed myself, the amount of pain I was going through. But luckily I had this experience that helped me deal with that, and helped me focus my mind and put positivity back into my life and take steps to be positive. And like, again, like I had that setback that I talked about last week, you know, about being homeless and like, or living on the streets. Man, I'm so glad that I went and I had all this knowledge given to me, passed on to me. It was like an awakening. It truly was. Man, like, you see the world differently, you know, and you have like opened eyes. Honestly, I sound like a right hippie, don't I? But go through an awakening experience, and you've got so much energy and passion for it now, that you just like, that's it, you want to tell everybody, and you want to allow people to benefit from themselves, you know. And yeah, I hopefully you guys have been able to follow this. I feel like I've kind of rushed through everything, but what I will do is I will make a PDF document, and I will put everything I talked about in this PDF document, and I will put it in my Discord. It might take a week for me to write all this out, right? But it will be available in my Discord, somewhere where you can just go and download it and then read it at your own leisure, and do what you want with it. But it really did help me. It helped me build a more positive future for myself and focus on what is really important in life, rather than the distractions of negativity. And yeah, eat healthy, be healthy, positive body, positive mind. All right, my tree, my tree, my tree, mate. You haven't been told the truth, man. It's nice to speak to you, mate. But you've been lied to, mate. Seriously, fuck. Nice to hear from you. Anyway, I gotta go because in less than 10 minutes, man, I've got to go live. In fact, I want to have to start that connection off now. So anyway, guys, take care. I gotta go. I'm about to go live reading a book here. Everyone is feel free to join. It's really fun. You guys make the decisions for how this book will end. It's an adventure, you know, based book, so it's really fun, man. Yeah, I know. I haven't heard from you in a long time. You haven't gotten in touch. I haven't gotten in touch with you. And in all honesty, mate, I haven't felt like you've wanted to talk to me. And that's why I haven't talked to you. But you know where I am in Discord if you ever want to chat. Anyway, guys, I gotta go. Take care. I'll make that PDF. I'll put it in my Discord for what we've talked about. And yeah, things are looking up, man. Definitely. Take care, guys. I love you all. Next week, another vlog. I did have a Discord, but apparently I don't have mutuals. Yeah, yeah. Oh, right, you did. Right, okay. Well, I'll send you a friend request then. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.